Hey, this is Tim Anderson. Today is August 19th, 2021. I wanted to push some information out today related to a case that did occur up in the George Mason University situation, and it deals with natural immunity. So, the theory of the case was that George Mason University required all employees to be vaccinated or otherwise had to engage in a variety of social distancing and all of the other things we're seeing in uh, employers and even the state of Virginia do. So what this professor did is he filed a lawsuit, and the theory of the lawsuit was one, there's no medical distinction difference between having natural antibody immunity to COVID-19 and being vaccinated. And because this professor had been exposed to COVID and had antibodies in his system, there was a medical determination that that was equivalent to being vaccinated. And as a result of that medical decision, that that is an equivalent protection, that just it was discriminating to the professor to say that he had to be treated differently than vaccinated employees were being treated. So they filed the lawsuit, and within 2 weeks it settled, which tells you something that there was something there. Now we certainly have no idea how the courts would rule on that, because as soon as they filed that lawsuit, JMU caved and gave the professor the same status as a vaccinated employee would receive. So how do we actually test this further? Because it's a really good starting point. Step one, you need to get an antibody test. So, and again, this is only for people who have been exposed and have recovered from COVID. You need to get an antibody test. Now, you can get that at a lot of places. It seems like LabCorp, you can just schedule that and get an antibody test. Step two, you get a doctor to write an opinion letter that is equivalent to what the George Mason University professor received, which says that an antibody positive test is equivalent to being vaccinated. In step three, you have a lawyer like me send a letter to the employer saying that there's no difference. It's a discrimination. It's discrimination, and then if they don't comply, step four, we file a lawsuit, and we carry on the very good work that was done in the George Mason University case. It's a great argument, and there's teeth to it, and there's lots of law that would support that. If you are vaccinated, you have this protection. But if you have natural immunity, you have that same protection according to the doctors in this case. And if those two are the same, then those two have to be treated the same with an employment policy. So pushing that out there for you to review. Take a look at the case involving GMU and the professor that just it's published. It's out there. It's easy to see, but it's complicated and it's heavy lifting on the legal absorption. But it boils down to this: is that you have to treat those people exactly the same. They filed that lawsuit, and within 2 weeks it settled. It says something. Hope that helps. Have a good day.